Okay, Team SB. I'm excited about tonight's call. All right, it's February 8th, and we have a very, very special guest speaker on tonight. Before we get to that, I want to just go over two things with you. One, Team Cup. We got our first week stuff in. I'm proud of my team. They already have 16 points on the board, and that was before yesterday. And every time I get into my coaching line office, I'm screaming because there's so many people doing so much stuff right now, and the board looks freaking incredible. I'm excited to show you guys what the Success Club board looks like tomorrow. It's pretty awesome. So everybody get with your teams this week and start really strategizing for what you guys are hoping to accomplish this week with Team Cup. We're rocking it right now. Our team's doing really good, and I'm really excited about it. The second thing I've updated that 2017 resources album in our team page today. I have so much stuff in that album. If you are somebody that is looking for if you have questions, if you're a newer coach and you're sitting there and you're like, oh man, I have a question about conversations or objections. I literally had a field day today uploading everything to that album, and I'm providing you with everything you need. So again, I'm here to answer questions, but definitely check that album or FAQ before you reach out to your upline, just so they can, there's a lot in there pretty much. And it's not stuff that's just what Beachbody gave you. It's stuff that I've literally pulled from my own personal conversations, stuff that I've had fellow coaches pull from their conversations, and it's honestly really helped. So make sure you check that out. You can literally just go into our team page, click on photos, albums, and then click on 2017 resources. Everything is very clearly labeled. You're going to see it. So, all right, that's what I got for housekeeping today. Does anybody have any recognition they want to do before I hand this over to Keichun? I have one. Andrea Bosler is hitting Emerald tomorrow. So congratulations, Andrea. Super exciting. Anybody else have any recognition for tomorrow?
I do. I have level ups, which is so awesome. So Kirsten has leveled up to Emerald 4, and she has a spouse account on one side, so she's in control of that. She's planning for her Emerald, and she is hosting her first coach opportunity call. It was completely her idea. So I'm super pumped for her because I think big things are really coming. I see Lizzie on here. I know she has Emerald up, so that's exciting. Emerald 2, right? Yeah, 2. And then Jen just leveled up to 3. So they are completely rocking it. And I was counting today. I think Leah's on here too, and she's 5. So we're rocking emeralds right now.
Heck yeah. Freaking awesome. Congratulations, team. Truly you. Kicking butt. Awesome. Anybody else? Oh, Katie Ann. Katie Ann leveled up to Emerald 2 also. She's halfway to Emerald. She's one more person to Emerald 3, so she's kicking butt too. I'm going through all your little boxes, making sure I'm not missing anybody. Awesome. All right, well, let's get to it. We have a very special guest speaker on tonight, and I am really excited that she was willing to come on and talk to us. Pretty much I don't know if many of you guys know, but once you guys hit Star Diamond ranks, Star Diamond ranks, you guys get to be partnered up with somebody from corporate. And it is a way for you to really take your business to the next level. It's a way to work with somebody that is going to really help you and your team grow. The one thing that I really love about Keichun is every time I would get on a call with her, she would literally be like, how's the team doing? What's going on? How are they doing? And I honestly owe a big part of our team achieving elite last year to her, because she always kept me on track. She called me out whenever I needed it. She set me straight. She knew your guys' names. And it's a really cool experience to know that you have somebody rooting for you at the corporate level and really trying to help you succeed, not just you, but your entire team. So Keichun works in the Southeast region. So for us, that's obviously my region here. All of us, Keichun, we are all over the United States. So everybody is all, we go as far as California. We have them up in New York. I mean, they're everywhere. So Keichun does our Southeast region, so she works with 2 to 5 star diamonds, and she helps us with goal setting, strategic planning, and marketing strategies. And she provides, my favorite thing is that she provides so much accountability. So every week I set goals with her, and she holds me accountable every single week. And it's awesome. The one thing you'll hear, and you'll probably hear her say it tonight, is she's famous for the whoop whoop, and I'm hoping we get to hear it tonight because her energy is absolutely contagious. It was like the best moment of my Beachbody career to get the phone call from her and Craig and Robbie announcing our team as elite this year. Probably one of the most emotional moments of my life, and got to hear the whoop whoop there too. So I'm hoping you guys get to hear it. Without further ado, we're going to be hearing from somebody talking about consistency, which I think is something that we all need to hear. So I'm going to pass it over to you, Keichun. Thanks so much for being here.
No, thank you for having me. I'm like going through scrolling and I do recognize some of these names. And so it's really cool to start putting faces with the names that we talk about pretty much on a weekly basis. So it's really cool. Thank you so much for welcoming me here. That was a great introduction. I always have to like live up to these introductions. But I hope to inspire at least one person tonight. Really quick, I have about 35 minutes planned, so I'm going to jump right in. But like she mentioned, I'm Keichun Grace. I work in the Southeast, but we have an amazing team all across the United States. Since I hear some of you guys are from Colorado and everywhere else. So if you're not connected, if you're diamond and above and you're not connected with someone from corporate, go to the FAQ and type in corporate support and your corporate mentor will pop up. It is an awesome tool. It's a tool that Carl Deichler created in addition to all the tools and resources that you guys already have to ensure that you have what you need to achieve your goals. So that's what I do. I'm going to spare you guys on how I got started because it's a bit of a lengthy story. But if you want to hear that, we'll take it offline. All right, so about 35 minutes. Let's just take a deep breath really quick, unified. People always think I do that for them. Really, it's for me. So I'm going to get in. We're talking about consistency tonight. So do you guys know the difference between Steve Jobs and Ron Wayne? What about Beyonce and LaToya? What about Phil Knight and Jeff Johnson? What about Michael Phelps and John, who won the state title on the swim team from high school? A few of those people you probably know, but then there's others that you probably don't. And do you want to know why you don't know them? Well, that's actually what I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to share with you the secret to their success and the secret to your success in this business and what I believe is the secret to success in life. I think that if we ask our top leaders, what was the one thing that got them where they are today? I don't think that they would say there was one thing. I think they would say, Keichun, it's a combination of a few little things that required intention and consistency. Consistency and being consistent, doing and acting in the same way, if not better, over time is the secret to success. And the top coaches have consistently worked, relentlessly worked, no matter what, no matter if life is happening to them, no matter if goals are not being reached, no matter if they're far exceeding goals, they're consistent. And consistency is the one thing that they are doing that separates them from the people who, quite frankly, are not reaching their goals. And let me make this very clear. This is about your goals and how you define success, not mine, not Beachbody's, and whatever your goals may be. So no matter what your goals are, though, it's going to require consistency towards them. And that's what our top coaches are doing. They're consistent. And so I came up with a fun acronym. I think it's fun. I had fun creating it to help you remember some of the things that I think our top coaches would say to be consistent with in order to reach your Beachbody business goals. So let's break down the acronym for consistent. The C is for your customers and your challenge groups. Fitness plus nutrition plus peer support equals success. That's our formula. That is the Beachbody formula. That's what makes us different than any other company in the world that we're leading, by the way. And the really interesting part of it all, can I be real really quick? Can I be real? Is that okay? The really interesting part is that people can go anywhere for their fitness. I said it. They can go down the street. They can download a free app. They can go anywhere for nutrition. I mean, our nutrition is world class. Shakeology is hands down the best. Our performance line is leading in its category. But if they don't know, they can go down to the Costco and get the $20 bag of crap protein powder. The difference is you. You are the differentiator. Your peer support is what's going to set them up for ultimate success. You are the missing piece. And no matter how many coaches there are, whether there be 70,000, like when I first started in coach relations about 4.5 years ago, or whether there be 485 million, where we will be eventually. But still, there's no one like you to do what you do in the way that you do for the people who are waiting on you to ask. For the person whose life is going to change when they see your post. There's no one like you. There's no coach like you. There's no one who can provide the support for your followers and for your prospects and for your challengers like you. And so I hope that you guys believe that. And I hope that you guys feel empowered by that. Because I often hear, I'm a mom and I stay at home with my kids and I'm a wife. And they're like, Keichun, that's everybody. And I'm like, well, first of all, it's not. But second, those are very loose definitions that don't necessarily have to define you. There's so much more. Now, those are really, really awesome. And those probably make for some really good stories and posts, but there's still more. And that more is what separates you from everyone else. And so once you stop telling yourself that you're boring and that no one wants to hear what you have to say, you will blossom. So moving on, be sure that you're attracting who you want. Are you putting out there what you actually want? Are you putting out the type of challenger that you want to bring on? Now, I'm a Walmart shopper, love Walmart, but are you putting out there the Walmart vibes or the Target vibes? You guys know the difference, and I'm just saying. Be sure you're attracting who you want to attract to your tribe, and always be connecting, but also always be following up. The fortune is in the follow-up in these groups. So always be adding value in between conversations and creating relationships with your prospects. And then, of course, be consistent with having your challenge groups. Now, guys, if I have new coaches on, it does not have to be some grandiose thing. I've heard leaders do one a week, and that's amazing. Let's get people started. But if it's once a month, that's awesome too. If you can only do one every 60 days, that's awesome too. The point is to, one, do them so we can get people results. And then two, be consistent with having them. So going a little further, become obsessed with getting your challengers results. Are you guys obsessed with getting them their desired results? Now, how many of you guys have a wins binder? Do you guys know what that is? Okay, I'm going to scroll over really quick. I'm all the way to the end. Okay, I'm seeing a couple hands. Okay, so I'm not seeing enough, so I'm going to explain this really quick. Carl went on stage and he literally brought out a binder that was like this thick with all of the transformations that have ever come through the Beachbody Challenge. So if you've submitted your picture, he probably has it in his binder. And now this binder, this is my wins binder. And these are all the coaches that I've ever worked with in the Southeast region. I mean, I know their mama's name. Okay, I don't know their mama's, but I do know the kid's name. But collect your wins binder. Collect those before and after pictures. Collect those stories. Those people who reach out to you and say, I haven't worn a dress since 5th grade. Today I wore a dress and I feel confident. Those people who are coming to you and saying, and leaving you the message, my marriage is better since we started this group. Print those pictures out and create your own tangible wins binder. I challenge you guys to do it. Who's taking me up on that challenge? I see some hands. Love it. Let me tell you guys, it will bring you joy. It will keep you rooted in your why, especially when things get hard. Now, that's not meant to scare you, but this is a business, and this is a business for helping people change. So inevitably, things are going to be tough. So that's when it's important to have that wins binder and pull out the lives that you're changing. So make sure that you're obsessed with getting your challenger results. And also become obsessed with creating an amazing Walt Disney World experience. Again, this is what makes you different. You are the differentiator. Why not make sure that you yourself are having fun in your challenge groups? Because if you're not having fun, switch something up. Be intentional with having fun, because this is your pipeline of future coaches. These will be your rock star coaches. This is not the job that you ran from. This is your business. Let's rock this out. Let's have fun with this. And here's a fun fact for you. 7 out of 10 customers who start off as a challenger in a challenge group become diamond and above coaches. 7 out of 10, 70%, really it's 71%. 71% of challengers, customers who start off as a challenger in a challenge group become diamond and above coaches. So make sure that you're creating an amazing Walt Disney World experience in the challenge group and be putting them in the place of coach potential. So what do I mean by put them in the place of coach potential? Well, perhaps you can add in personal development to your challenge group. And maybe this is not a business book like Irrefutable Laws of Leadership or 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which was a game changer, by the way. If you haven't read it, go read it. But that book is thick. But maybe it's something that instills the belief that this is something that they can do too. Just like you, that they're no different than you. Maybe it's something that helps them overcome their limiting beliefs that they have because of years of XYZ. I can go on. I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist, so I'll refrain. But the reason why they joined your challenge group in the first place. Call them out for the great things that they're doing within the challenge group, and then set them up and let them know that we are going to be talking about what happens next. Now, I've shared this funnel with Kelsey before, the challenger to coach conversion funnel that starts with the pep rally, ends with the graduation party. Have you guys heard that? Okay, I'm going to share because I'm getting just a couple notes. Okay, so real quick, and I'm going off the top of my head, so excuse me if I sound like I'm all over the place a little bit. But essentially, you funnel these people in from your free group, and then you start with the pep rally. Say that 10 times fast, y'all. Don't be laughing at me. It starts with a pep rally. Now, this pep rally is probably no different than what you would do during your prep week. The prep week just ends with this pep rally Zoom. The way that they get people on this pep rally Zoom is they create an automated email. When the alert comes out in the back office that says so-and-so has purchased the challenge pack, they send out that email that they created. In the email, it says, congratulations, you made this amazing decision. Here is what you invested in. And then you list out literally everything that they invested in by purchasing that challenge pack. I'm talking about from the containers to the free bottle access to you as their peer support. I mean, list out everything. And in that list is this pep rally Zoom and the graduation party. So we're on the pep rally Zoom. Now, let me tell you that some leaders have taken this a step further. I have one leader who actually has them wait to open up their packages until they come together on this pep rally Zoom. I mean, I was like, cool, the anticipation is real, but it works for her. And so if that's something that adds to you being the differentiator, try it, do it. But in this pep rally that ends at the end of your prep week, it's to add value. It's to go over your housekeeping. It's to share that we're going to be giving away prizes. It's to share what it is that you're going to be focusing on. We're going to be posting this amount of times, these type of posts. It's to share the prizes that you're giving away and why you're going to be giving away. And it's also to lay out the expectations of the group. At the beginning, on day 0, what do I mean by laying out the expectations of the group? That means, hey, our goal is to help 100 women feel comfortable and confident about themselves. And one way we've identified we can do that is by sharing that this group exists, that this group of normal women on a mission to become healthier and happier together, holding each other accountable in a fun way, that we exist. And so one thing that we ask is for all of our challengers to share their before and after picture. Now, if you don't want to do a before and after picture like what I do, I don't want to freak anyone out. Perhaps you can share your amazing growing arm. It's my strong arm. Or maybe it's sharing their amazing shrinking face. Or maybe it's to share their transformation, their journey, and how the challenge group has helped them in words. Or if you have a like page, perhaps they are going onto your like page and rating your like page and rating the challenge group. But the objective is to get them to share about the group, to get them to share the before and after picture, but to get them to share their transformation. And then you say something like this. And then once we hit post, we're going to have a huge virtual graduation party. And in this graduation party, we're going to celebrate your success. We're going to celebrate the scale and the non-scale victories. We're going to give away those prizes for XYZ, like I told you. And guys, I've seen people like print out certificates and write the names on, and you can do that from Microsoft with it's free template. Microsoft, print it out, write their name. It just adds to the experience. But we're also going to talk about how to maintain the results. We're going to talk about what happens on day 31 and day 61. So we're going to talk about how do you get your Shakeology for free. And you want to lead with that because that either means that they're going to become a coach or they're going to be referring 3 people to your next group at least. We're also going to talk about how you can begin to pay the wholesale price and get 25% off of your Shakeology. That way we can get you started in the group that starts on February 13th. Make sure that you have that date already planned so that you are planting the seed that this is an ongoing thing. And we're also going to talk about the people who may be asking about your results around the office or online from the picture that you posted. All right, day 1 starts tomorrow. It's going to be hard, but it's going to be worth it. And we're all in this together. Let's do this. And so really what this has become is an easy way to talk about the next step. Essentially, this is your sneak peek into coaching, but specifically for your challenge group. That's not icky. We're setting the expectation that we're going to be talking about coaching, that we're going to be talking about how to maintain their results, that this is a part of it. That's not icky. If you don't share this, you will be a disservice. You need this. They need this in order to get their desired results. And we are obsessed with ensuring that they get them. Does that make sense, guys? Okay. So that's all I got for customers and challenge groups. That's the C. Moving on to the O. The O, and guys, that's the bulk of it. And there's no coincidence that the bulk of this message on consistency is that. So the O is for old coaches. No matter what, continue to be their coach. No matter what, continue to be their coach. That means to check in on them. I don't know how many times I've heard of people who just completely forgotten about their discount coaches. Like just completely forgotten about their discount coaches. I'm like, hello, don't do that. Let's make sure that they're getting their desired result. Just because they said I don't work this business, you're done with them? No. Don't discount your discount coaches. A lot of the leaders that I work with started off as discount coaches. And if you have coaches who are working this as a business, empower them to step up as leaders. Remember that you yourself should be stepping up as leaders and getting out your comfort zones too. You can't tell anyone to do something you're not doing yourself, but then give them ways to step up and step out as leaders. Empower them to step up and step out as leaders and let them know that they can do this. And ensure that they know how to set goals and then reverse engineer them. So C is for challengers and challenge groups. N is for new coaches. Or excuse me, O is for old coaches. N is for new coaches. New coaches, your lifeline. And your customers and your challenge groups are the way to funnel them into your new coaches. Guys, if you're not bringing on new coaches, you're not building this business. And the way that we get our new coaches started is the way that they're going to perform as a coach. And so we have to make sure that they are getting started right. And that first and foremost means when a brand new coach signs up, the number one thing that we need to make sure that they're doing first and foremost is getting a transformation. Did you guys think I was going to say something else? We need to help them get a transformation. That's first and foremost. That's the number one thing we have to do with our new coaches because that is what makes us different. That is what we are in the business of. Now, if people want to come for the business opportunity right away, that's fine. That's awesome. Way to go in your attraction marketing. That's a big freaking deal. But when they come on, the first thing is to get them in a challenge group. Let's make sure that they're on their fitness journey and let's help them learn how to set goals for themselves first. Now, for goal setting, I've fallen in love with the 12-week year. If you haven't read it, it's an amazing, quick, easy read. And you can use the 12-week year to encourage your new coaches to create 12-week goals. And then with those 12-week goals, begin to set some immediate wins. Get your coaches some immediate wins. I think that the biggest hurdle oftentimes is not the knowledge. I think Team Beachbody does an amazing job of giving you guys the knowledge. And the coaches, Kelsey, you guys do an amazing job of creating resources and creating trainings and creating knowledge and making sure that you have the things necessary and you know what to do and how to do it in order to achieve your goals. But I often think that it's not the knowledge or lack thereof, but it's the belief in oneself. And so with your new coaches, while you can't believe in them for them, that's something that they have to do for themselves, you can be intentional about putting them in the place to believe in themselves. You can be intentional about instilling the belief in them. You can be intentional about making sure that they know that they can do what you do as a coach, and that they do have what it takes, and that they are inspiring, and that they are life changers. We can do that. That's within our control. So the N is for new coaches. Bring them in, get them started, make sure that they have their transformation. The S is for systems to duplicate. And y'all, this used to be all over the place. I mean, every leader had their own training, and still for the most part, it's true. But the thing is so simple. The easiest way to duplicate yourself is the vital process. And the first 30. It really is that simple. I feel like some of you guys may be rolling your eyes at me right now saying, oh my gosh, this is the same thing that we hear every single week or every single month. And that's because that's really it, guys. And the difference between someone who's not achieving their goals is really the consistency of that. So if you're not familiar with First 30, go check it out in the back office. Don't beat yourself up if you're not familiar with it. We just launched it this past October, but it's an amazing way to empower your new coaches to step up and know what to do on their first 30 minutes, their first 30 hours, their first 30 days. Okay? So it's as simple as the vital process. Bringing them in, getting them started in a challenge group, and getting their results. It's the first video we send to new coaches, and their welcome email. Love it. Boom, shakalaka. So y'all are already on it. I knew you would be. Who am I talking to? Talking to y'all. So the S is systems to duplicate yourself. The I, here's another system. I almost forgot this one. Making sure that your team has access to your to-do list and to your upline's to-do list. I have been hearing more and more how coaches and teams and leaders are coming together to host live hour of powers. And guys, we have to be mindful of saying power hour because it is trademarked. So that's why I'm saying power or hour of power or half hour power. But I love seeing teams come together to do them as one, because one, you get to have fun with your team, these are your people, but two, you also get to know what you should be focusing on. And your coaches, they get to know what they should be focusing on. All right, so systems to duplicate yourself. I then is for inviting. Y'all knew this was coming. Invite, 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 also better known as attract, connect, invite. And I think that oftentimes with the 5-step process to inviting, people were missing some steps in between that. And so I like to keep it simple, if you haven't noticed, as simple as attract, connect, invite. So how are you attracting? Who are you attracting? What are you putting out there? Are you putting out there what you want? And when we do attract them, how are you connecting with them? Are you continuing to connect? Are you taking that first no and saying, all right, I connected, that's my connection? Or are you reconnecting with them? And then are you inviting, are you actually inviting people to this amazing life-changing opportunity? Are you actually inviting to this amazing opportunity? And then are you following up? I think I mentioned this earlier, but the fortune is in the follow-up. So don't be scared to push back on their limiting beliefs. As long as you're doing this from a good place, with the right intention, you shouldn't feel salesy. You should feel like you would be a disservice if you didn't push back on their limiting beliefs. We're in the business of changing people. We're in the business of change, y'all. Change is like truth, and nobody want to hear the truth. So it's up to us to push back on their own limiting beliefs. Why do you feel like you don't have 10 minutes to work out every day with 10-minute trainer or 25 minutes? That's 2% of your day. 2% of your day, you don't have 2% of your day to devote to yourself. You're devoting a huge chunk of your day to your company and to your kids and to your husband, and you won't even devote 2% of your day to yourself? Wow. Now, if you're nervous about inviting, candidly, out of love, get over yourself. because it's so much bigger than that fear. Our mission is huge, y'all. And inviting and pushing back is the only way we're going to be able to fulfill this. And I don't believe that we're just ending the trend of obesity. I think that we're ending trends, plural, multiple trends. We are ending the trend of obesity. We are ending the trend of loneliness. I mean, look at this group. Look at all these people on this call tonight. You guys are probably like BFFs, and some of these people you may have never even met in person before. But you know that if you called them right now with the issue, they would have your back. We are ending the trend of loneliness. We're ending the trend of living paycheck to paycheck. We are ending trends, y'all. And so we cannot be a disservice to someone, to our friends and our family who needs to know this, who needs this opportunity. We cannot hold this. We cannot keep this to ourselves. So are you spending adequate time on your business? Are you spending adequate time building your team? Here's a training for you. This is a training that Brigitte Linford did for us. And essentially what she said is, as a 15-star diamond, if this business were divided into two entities, into building her team and leading her team, she never falls below 50% of her day building her team, her own team, her own business. And she starts with her business first. So reverse engineering that, a brand new coach, they have no team to lead, they're 100% building. As a diamond, you should be about 80-20. 80% of your time should be devoted on your business and doing what's necessary to add a new coach or to add a new challenger to earn Success Club. 80% of your day should be spent on that. As a 2-star, it should be about 60-40. 60% of your day should be spent on building your business, 40% on leading your team. And even as a 5-star diamond elite, never falling below 50% of your day building your own business and starting there. So the S and consistent, moving on, is for Success Club. You guys knew that was coming too. Success Club is a tracking system. No matter what your goals are, you can use Success Club as a tracker. If your goal is to help people, why not go for a certain amount of people every month? If we work for someone else and our goal was to help 3 people in 30 days and we didn't, we will be fired. And we don't work for anyone else. This is our business. This is our baby. So why not set that goal that Beachbody said to strive for? And let me tell you guys, we didn't just say Success Club, this should be a thing, about 3 people should be worth. No, we studied the trends of what our top coaches were doing. And what we found from that research was that consistently, if they were helping at least 3 people every month, they were achieving their desired goals, their desired definition of success. So have fun. Have fun with Success Club. Help at least 3 people every month, period. And here's a fun fact. I like stats. This is a stat. This is true fact. If you help 3 people at least every month for the next 2 years, you can increase what you're doing by 234%. By hitting Success Club 5, by becoming a Success Club All-Star Legend, you can increase what you're doing by 234%, your income by 234%, and that's at least 72 people that you would have helped. Success Club. And if Success Club is what scares you, you don't like the term, change it. Be intentional about it. Change it to something that more accurately depicts what we're doing. Maybe you change it to the Changing Lives Club, but whatever it is, do it. Go for it. Research proves that is a mark that you need to be hitting in order to achieve your desired success. Period. S is for Success Club. The T in consistent is take time for personal development. Guys, I think that without a doubt, every single top 10 panel that I've been on, this has been probably the number one vital behavior. The number one vital behavior that these most successful coaches attribute their success to. Personal development. Take time for personal development. And if you're not doing it, you need to get on it. But meet yourself where you're at. So maybe you're not starting with the book. Maybe you're starting with the TED Talk, or maybe you're starting with a minute with Maxwell, a minute with John C. Maxwell, which are typically no longer than about 3 minutes. But start somewhere, do something, read something, listen to something. Because if you're not doing your personal development, if you're making excuses as to why you can't or why you just don't, then you might as well quit now. Because the truth is that you're going to eventually quit. Though that PD is what gives us our thick skin. That personal development is what gives us the armor. It's what equips us to get what we need to know in this business and in this industry. It equips us with the knowledge to go further. It equips us with the belief in ourselves when we hear those no's as we're working to change lives. Equip yourself. Believe in yourself. That's what PD does. So take time for personal development. And then the E, wait, there's no E. Yeah, there's me. Okay, the E inconsistent is for exercise. You guys also knew this was coming. I feel like I'm not really saying anything that's different. I'm just saying that these are what you need to be consistent with. And if you're not consistent, switch something up so that we can be intentional and consistent. The E is for exercise. Be proof the product works. It's a given. That is our business. That is what makes us different. So post and share and go deep in those posts. And if you haven't completed a workout program from start to finish as it's written, I challenge you guys to get a program and to commit to it publicly and then do it and share it. And prove it to yourself that you can do it. And then stretch and challenge yourself. Maybe you're someone who is an extreme workout fan. I challenge you to do country heat. I love country heat. Maybe you're someone who doesn't like Shanti. Now, I don't know why anyone would not like Shanti. He's personally my favorite, right there in the back. But I challenge you to try Infinity Max 30. Or maybe you're someone who's never tried Ultimate Reset because it's that scary thing that people don't do. I challenge you to try Ultimate Reset. And y'all, let me tell you that if you are sharing and posting and blogging about Ultimate Reset, it could be a huge volume booster. So make sure that you're committed to a program and make sure that you share. That is our business. That's what makes us different. All right, so the N in consistent is to never, ever give up. Never, ever give up, no matter who, no matter what. And let me tell you guys, you will have haters. You will have haters. And the longer you're on your journey, the more haters will come out the woodwork as you're becoming these amazing life changers. And it's okay to have haters. It's inevitable to have haters. And let me tell you something else. Oftentimes, those haters are the ones who are closest to us. It's okay. Don't stop doing what you're doing. Don't stop being a servant to the people who need you and who need this opportunity. You are the differentiator. So when your haters come along, just know that it's them and their limiting beliefs, not you. And keep going and stay consistent and never, ever give up. Ever. And then T, the time is now. If you want something you've never had, you're going to have to do things you've never done. So if you're giving this baby all you got and you're gut checking yourself along the way and you still fall short of your goals, you got the woo woo. That is what going big means, y'all. Goals are not set up. We're not setting goals to beat yourself up if you don't hit them. Goals are there to gut check yourself along the way. Goals are there to make sure that when you wake up the next morning, you know that you could not have given the previous day a fingernail tip more. You know that you could not have left anything on the table as you are working towards becoming the person that you, not that I desire you to be, not that Carl desires you to be, not that Kelsey desires you to be, but the person that you desire to become at the end of it all. Leave nothing on the fingertip in that pursuit, y'all. As long as you're going big or going home, that's the point. That's the reason why we set goals. It's to make sure we're doing everything in our power to achieve those goals. And if we fall short, you better be pretty darn proud of yourself, because look at how much further you've come. Look how many conversations you started. Look at what you've learned. Look at the people you've helped in pursuit of achieving your goal. Look at who you've become. The time is now. Set your audacious goal. Reverse engineer it. Know your 12-week goals. Give yourself wins. And so my challenge to you guys as we end this call is to be the leader you desire. Give this baby all you got. Why not give this baby all you got by doing a few things, little things, daily and consistently? If life rewards action and not intention, be consistent with your daily and your weekly and your monthly activity. That's the way we achieve goals. So I have a quick video that I'm going to share. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to make sure you can see this and not the rest. Okay, can you guys see that okay? Okay, so let me preface the story really quick. We're not going to play the whole 3 minutes and 50 seconds. But this last year, the Olympics, I love the Olympics. I was a former athlete. I literally stayed up every night and watched the Olympics, and I was so inspired by the different stories from the athletes all over the world. But my favorite story was Michael Phelps, and he was my favorite because I actually did some research, and I learned that his very first Olympics, he didn't win any medals. Michael Phelps didn't win any medals at all his very first Olympics. Zero, nunca, none. And he ended 2017, he ended that Olympics as the most decorated athlete of all time. Why?
What's
because of
happening is a
consistency.
just reward for a guy
Why?
who's been training
Because the same
nonstop
reason you
since
don't
age 11.
know who Ron Jones is. Why? Because the same reason why you don't know who Latoya is. Why? Because the same reason you don't know who Jeff Johnson is. This is why.
Bob Bowman is his coach.
For about 5 years, he did not take one day off.
Christmas Day?
Nope, we train on Christmas.
His birthday?
Oh yeah, that's a given. Twice on his birthday.
How do you do that every day?
To be honest, it's not wanting to lose, wanting to do something that no one else had ever done before. That's what got me out of bed every day.
The workouts were so intense, Bowman became known as the mad scientist.
What were some of the toughest workouts?
10,000 meters for time.
Just 10,000 meters all out.
Yeah, ready to go. And that takes about 2.5 hours.
Full out racing.
Just swim as hard as you can for 2.5 hours.
Like horrible, horrible workouts. You know, when you see them on paper, you're like, I can't do this. He makes us do it, so we're more confident and we know that we can do anything that we put our mind to.
Payoff came at the 2004 Athens Olympics. Phelps won 6 gold medals, an extraordinary achievement, but he just missed Mark Spitz's record of 7 golds. Then came Beijing, and a chance to make history. To win 8 golds, Phelps needed to swim 17 times in 9 days. So many things could go wrong in Beijing, and they did. In the 200-meter butterfly final, his goggles filled with water virtually from the start.
They started filling up more and more and more. And about 75 meters left in the race, I could see nothing. I couldn't see the black line. I couldn't see the T. I was purely going by stroke count. And I couldn't take my goggles off because they were underneath 2 swim caps.
Somehow, he not only won his 4th gold medal at the Games, he also set a world record. But after winning his 6th gold, 1 short of Spitz's record, Phelps now admits for the first time he was whipped.
I remember saying, I got nothing left.
I could just see it in his face. If you look at the pictures right after the race and he was in the water, I thought, wow, he is really tired.
Phelps could be in major trouble, you know. Then came the 100-meter butterfly final, the race everyone remembers. With little left in his tank and a historic 7th gold medal on the line, Phelps was behind Serbia's Milorad Kavic with just 35 meters to go.
I was like, please get your hand on the wall first. Please get your hand on the wall first.
Phelps needs to get by Kavic.
I remember like the last 2 or 3 strokes that I had misjudged the finish. I thought that was the race.
He gets it done again!
I saw I had won and turned around, looked at the board, and saw it was by 1/100th.
1/100th of a second!
And that's where the emotion came out. And that's where the big splash of the water, like the big roar. I mean, you could tell that I was pretty intense after that race.
A photo finish, if ever there was one. That's Phelps on the left, Keichun on the right. Looking at these photos, Phelps noticed something.
What's going on there? You see here, he's picking his head up before he's finishing. So it's acting as like a speed bump. So he's coming up and then trying to lift his head up before he touches the wall. And now mine's in a straight streamline. So that's the difference of the race.
That's the difference, y'all. That's the difference. I'm inspired all over again. No matter what, keep going. Keep going. Be consistent. Foggy goggles, fatigue, run your own race and be consistent with it. And am I still sharing? Okay, I'm going to make sure I wasn't sharing my screen. And lastly, if there's a little voice in the back of your head, you know, that little nagging voice that wears those horns, kick that voice in the throat. The voice that makes you resist getting uncomfortable, the voice that makes you resist taking action, the voice who says you aren't worth it or that you can't do it, the voice who says you're being a salesperson or you should feel icky for talking about that. Kick that voice dead in the face, because our goal is to end the trends, starting with the trend of obesity, and to help people live a healthy and fulfilling life. And we need you guys. We cannot do that without you. So kick that voice in the face and know that you absolutely can. You absolutely can, as long as you are intentional and consistent. That's all I got.
Oh, that's all? Wow. I don't know about my team. I was kind of scrolling through their faces the entire time, but wow. We cannot thank you enough for that. Do you have time for like two questions? Or
Absolutely.
Does anybody have any questions for her? You have somebody from corporate on the call, so take advantage of it. Don't be shy.
Thank you, guys. I'm reading some of the chats. Thank you, guys. My goal is to inspire one person, so thank you. All right. Well, if there are no questions and you have not done your hour of power or your to-do list, go do it. The book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, game changer.
See, that's why you got to get to 2-star in the Southeast region, guys. You get to listen to her every single Wednesday with me. It's fantastic. All right. Well, thank you so much. Honestly, I know it means the world to me, and I know it means the world to our team. And thank you so much for helping us achieve what we did in 2016. We owe a lot to you because, guys, she mentored me through this whole thing, and it was absolutely incredible. So thank you for that. And again, we appreciate this so much. This was amazing.
It's my pleasure, y'all. I'm here for you anytime. Mwah. Thanks
Bye.
again for having
Thank
me.
you.
Bye.
All right, guys. I'm just going to let you guys soak on that for a little bit, and I will see you guys next week, okay? Night.